Hello and welcome to South Boston. My name is Justin. I'm the owner of Team 53. I've partnered with Coach Dave Academy to bring you these Learn to Drive videos. This video is for the iRacing Rookie Mini Stocks at South Boston as part of 2025 Season 1 Week 5 official series action. As we talk about every time with the mini stocks, there's really nothing you can change in the garage. So it's really not even worth your time to go in there and take a look. But what are some things that we can do? We can look at different ways of approaching the corners. We can use different things on the track to help make the car do what we need it to do. So let's hop in here to qualifying. First, if you can, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. It does a ton to get our message out here across YouTube. Um, you can also sign up to get alerts when I post new videos. We do Learn to Drive videos every week for all the iRacing short track cars. And if you want to just come hang out while you race, you can catch us in the Team 53 Discord, which is linked below, or sign up for iRacing short track setups and road course setups through Coach Dave Academy. So as we come out of the pits here, we're going to tire heat, just gas, brake, alternate swerves here in first gear. I usually do that here until I get up about onto the back stretch. And then what we'll do is we'll get up through the gears. We're going to go high here in 3 and 4 and get a decent run here to the start finish line. I know for me, lap 2 in the mini stocks is my best lap. Gives me just a little bit more heat in the tires. So this lap kind of becomes a throwaway, especially when you miss bottom in 1 and 2. That becomes a real big throwaway. So we'll wind it up here up top and get a good head of steam coming to the start finish line. Our speed at the start finish line, we're going to be looking at 94 miles an hour. And you can see here, by the time I get to the start finish line, I'm already turned down into the corner getting ready to make this corner happen. So we're turned down. We turn down, pretty much when you're going through where it says South Boston here in the yellow. That's where we'll start to turn our wheel. And we'll bring the car down, and I'm going to lift just past the start finish line, and I'm going to use brake to set the nose of the car and transfer weight to the front to make the rear end be a little bit lighter and rotate down for me. My entire goal here is going to be to get these left side tires underneath this black line that you see here just a little ways up from the apron. I want to at least get my left side tires below that, and if I can, I'll run the car further down. And this is a tool that you can use too throughout the run with the mini stocks. If it starts to tighten up, you can drop your left side tires down below this, and you can really free up your corner. So here for qualifying, we don't necessarily need it to free up for qualifying. So we're just going to run right on it and just kind of straddle it. And you can see here, I wait until I'm about 2/3 of the way through the corner just before we come up on the NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series sign on the wall, before we'll start to throttle up. And then we pretty much just go full throttle and drive off. We'll set up for turn 3 here now. Down the backstretch, just past the strut masters, that's where you're going to start to turn in and get your turn 3 approach. You're going to lift and use some brake. And just like turn 1, our entire goal is going to be get those left side tires under that black line there. So we go into the corner, we get those left side tires on that, and we're just going to rotate ourselves right around the corner. As we get to about 2/3 of the way, kind of the GE tile, get close to this dash line here that goes across the track, that's where we'll throttle up pretty much all the way. And then we'll just drive it right off and get ourselves a 469. I have no doubt that by the end of the week, you're going to see really low 4s, maybe even some high 3s for qualifying trim as guys have more time to work on their laps and get things figured out. Race trim wise, race trim is going to look very similar to qualifying in terms of pitch. One of the big things, though, that you can work on for race trim, and this is going to help you make passes, is to take a little bit of a wider arc when there's nobody behind you. And what that will allow is for you to come off the corner a lot shallower. So you see here, making a little bit wider arc here. I'm not going to get down to the bottom until about this South Boston Speedway here. And then we're just going to be able to use a lower drive off and get up underneath someone if we needed to. Same thing here in 3 and 4. Kind of do the same deal. These cars are really, really touchy here in terms of their hitbox. So the right front on these cars has a tendency to glue into the left rear a lot, more so than the left front into the right rear. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're racing, where you're at on track. But it's going to be very similar to running like a SK modified or a late model stock in terms of keeping momentum built up and really having to work for laps and laps to get a pass. So just kind of keep that, like I said, keep that in mind. A lot of guys you'll see go down here onto the apron. They're going to pitch it into the corners. They're going to be going high up here in the second lane. And none of that really works here. Just run it right along the yellow. Back up your corners, change your pitch into the corners, drag a little bit of brake. After about 10, 15 laps, if you start to feel like that nose is pushing, just drag a little bit of brake, and that'll help you rotate the car as well. So if you guys need anything, you can find me Team 53 Discord, link below, Coach Dave Academy. Sign up, get some setups. And if you've made it this far, hopefully you've hit the like, hopefully you've hit the subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.